What's up, friends? It's Volt Firecore. Welcome back to a tier change video. So every single month, Showdown checks the usage stats for the Pokemon being used and puts them inside of tiers that fit with their usages. So if a Pokemon is used like an insane amount, like over 40%, it gets chucked up to a higher tier, except Ubers. If you're good in OU, you're probably not going to get chucked up to Ubers, unless you're broken, like Dracovish. But yeah, we're going to be taking a look at those. There's a bunch of things we have to take a look at, but yeah, let's just get into this. Okay, so this is a very interesting month because they added a bunch of Pokemon inside of the Isle of Armor DLC. As you can see, this one is a little bit more elongated than the other one, so I'm going to be probably here for a while. But I like to condense all these inside of one video, since there's no way in hell I'm going to make 3 separate videos just talking about these. So if you guys really care about my opinion on this and what I think about these tier changes, be sure to stick around, because I'm also going to be taking a look at the OU usage stats, or the Pokemon that are used the most, and then the broad overall thing. But let's start with the one that's the most important, the tier changes. So these are the Pokemon that are going to be moving from tier to tier, so maybe RU to OU, all that kind of stuff. So let's start with the rises, since the drops are insane. So first, we have Chansey. Kind of expected it was going to be inside of OU. I don't know why it was inside of UU. I mean, UUBL. Probably because it was inside of that, instead of like Gen 7, but it's definitely good enough to be inside of OU. So that makes sense. No complaints there. On to next one is Pelipper. Now, I expected that Pelipper was going to be too strong for UU. Having a range setter inside of that tier is absolutely bonkers as good as Pelipper. But we do have access to a Politoed now, who I'll talk about later. But we do have another range setter, so I don't think, you need a Pelipper 100% of the time. Now on to one that's actually really funny. So this is RU to OU. Now, Rillaboom, I don't know why, but it's been used insane amount. This Mon has become something of like a legend inside the OU tier. It has access to a priority move, high attack, good moves. It's a good Pokemon. So now we have 2 Mons instead of OU that are the starters, and then we have poor Inteleon chilling down there instead of RU. I'm pretty sure it's either RU or UU. I think it was RU. So yeah, that Mon's not doing too hot at the moment. But yeah, that's kind of funny. Next, we have some RU BL to UU being Indeedee male, which it seems is better than Indeedee female, and then Barraskewda. Now, Barraskewda is a pretty mediocre Mon. It has high attack and high speed, and access to Swift Swim, but it was kind of missing something. Well, U-turn, but it does have access to Flip Turn now, which is basically Water Stab. It's the perfect move. It's a phasing move. It gets you out of there. It's a strong water type attack, and yeah, this Mon has got cranked up to UU. And indeed, that's just the only psychic terrain setter, so of course it's going to be good paired up with like Hawlucha and all that. Even though it's Hawlucha's OU, so it doesn't matter. Next, we have 3 tanky Mons, RU to UU, being Copperajah, Steelix, and Snorlax. Now, Snorlax I can understand, but Copperajah, like, I know it was good, but I didn't know it was that good. And Steelix, I never really thought of it as a threat in the slightest, but I never played RU, so yeah, that's like my least played tier. I know nothing about RU. That's kind of just where the misfits go. Like, you have NU and PU with like they're subpar. Then you have UU and OU with like the the decent mons like Incineroar and Cinderace and all that kind of stuff. But then you got RU, which is kind of just smack inside the middle and has like those middlemen, like third wheels. But yeah, I think that's actually kind of cool, and I like all these mons, so I might be using them inside of OU, since they seem to be better now. Now, keep in mind that these aren't because these Pokemon have just gotten more usage because a new move came out. Well, actually, quite a bit of them are better because of new move. But most of these come from the possibility to wall things. Like, a bunch of new Pokemon were added. So some Pokemon that, let's say, were inside of a lower tier, they're going to want to get brought up to a higher tier because they are very good at walling a certain Pokemon. Like Single Strike or Shifu is hard countered by a Galarian Weezing, which most people didn't use, and it was chucked inside of UU. But, you know, if Urshifu, did I say Urshifu? Yeah. Urshifu Single Strike stays inside of OU, then Galarian Weezing will probably move up inside the tiers since it's the hard counter to it. So, yeah. Next, we got NUBL to UU. Now, that's actually kind of funny. Like, Scyther? Yes. Yeah, Scyther, I knew it was going to be a really strong mon. Dueling Beat, Technician Stab, has heavy duty boots. This thing got like everything it needed to be a good mon. And it's a pre-evolution, so it's always good to see mons like that. So that's cool. NUBL to RU, we got Indeedee, and then we got Porygon 2. Now, Indeedee's just another Psychic setter. I'm pretty sure it just has lower stats. I'm pretty sure it's more defensive, which I guess is worse than Indeedee Male, but it's just a tier lower, so you have 2 tiers where you can use a Psychic Terrain setter, which is nice. And then we have Porygon 2, which I think personally is one of the best Trick Room setters in the game. Normal types only being weak to fighting. And this thing's pretty tanky, and you can put Evilite on it. Yeah, this mon is definitely going to be very good as a Trick Room setter. But there is another mon, being a Slowbro. No, Slowpoke. No. Slowbro? Yeah, Slowbro. Who's a lot better at setting up Trick Room. He has Teleport. He's the perfect combination. But Porygon 2 also does get Teleport, so that's cool. Next we have PUBL to RU, being the Magnemite? No. Magneton? Yeah, Magneton. I don't really see this thing. Like, I remember some YouTubers I watched using it instead of lower tiers. But, yeah, I think Magnezone's a strong enough mon that having this thing is kind of just like a given. Like, I think specs on this could be really strong, so maybe we'll see instead of OU. But this thing went all the way up from PUBL to RU, so it must be pretty good inside of those tiers. Next, we have ZUBL to RU. Now, I think that's insane. Pinchurkin, like, he was inside of ZU, so he, like, was below PU. Like, he wasn't even considered PU. But then he got his crazy electric move being Rising Voltage, which is a 140 base power move in electric terrain. And he summons electric terrain. And, yeah. So instead of getting chucked up to PU or NU, he gets all the way chucked up to RU. This mon is going to be crazy. Kind of unfortunate because I really wanted to use it instead of ZU, but, you know, whatever. Or PU. Next, PUBL to NU. Now, good God, I am really sad about Basculin. That thing was one of my favorites to use. Like, I haven't used it in a while. And as you can see, it's PUBL, so it's not usable inside of PU at the moment or before this. But still, it would have been really cool to use that thing. But now it is an official Enumon, which makes sense. I'm pretty sure it has access to Flip Turn, and it also has the adaptability ability, so that's pretty good. Golurk, it has a Klutz Assault Vest, I've seen that. Iron Fists, it has Poltergeist now, so it's just a strong mon. Gorgeist, I don't know which one this is. I'm assuming it's the big one being Super, since I'm pretty sure all the other ones were already inside of NU. So I'm going to say that's Gorgeist Super, and having access to Poltergeist probably just put it over the top of PU. And then we finally, inside of this particular section, have Hitmontop. Now, Hitmontop now has access to Triple Axle, which is a very good move to have on this dude, because I'm pretty sure this dude has Technician. At least I think. Maybe not, I don't know. But, yeah, it's the triple kick mon, and I think having some Ice Stab is a very good thing. Because, you know, it's just, like, it fits perfectly with Hitmontop. Hitmontop has access to triple kick. It's kind of like a signature move. And now it has triple axle, which is basically an ice type triple kick. So, yeah, it's a strong mon, and we're going to be seeing it a lot. Now, here's the craziest thing that I have seen, like, all day. NFE to NU. Fucking Flacky just got, like, pew, just got launched. I was using this thing instead of ZU. It was fucking broken. So strong. It can one-shot things down there with Grassy Glide. So not only it got chucked out of that, so NFE, nope. PU, nope. Not even ZU, nope. NU got launched all the way up there, so I don't know if NU is a good spot for this dude to be, since I think he's going to be too weak to be there, but who knows? Who knows? This dude got priority on his side, so that's always good. Then we got ZU to PU. That's pretty cool. We got King. What the? I don't remember this mon's name. It's Goldine's evolution. Sea King. What a weird name. Yeah, this thing has lightning rod, so it's a pretty cool mon to have. It's a water type that's immune to electric type attacks. And it has access to like Mega Horn and Waterfall and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good support mon that I saw a little bit instead of ZU, but now it's PU. So that just goes to show you, it's a good mon. Then we got Savali Rock. That is actually pretty funny because that means inside of ZU, we only got like two. Two Savalis. We have Savali Ice, and I think we have Savali Poison. I don't remember. But Rock got chucked out of there, so that is super unfortunate, and I'm very sad about that. Next, NFE to PU, we got Kadabra, kind of expected it, has a nasty plot, it's fast. Raboot, now I saw this thing inside of ZU all the time, and I'm glad it's out. That thing was too strong. Libero with high jump kick, actually, no. Yeah, it has high jump kick, I think. And then we have, Togetic. Always forget its name, but that's Togetic. And then we have Lil Cup Ubers, to PU being Tangela. I think this thing has Regenerator, so I guess. But now let's go to the thing I'm actually interested about. As you can see, a lot of things have gotten all fucked up, because everyone was just being crazy. Everyone was using, like, all these mons that were supposed to be inside of, like, PU. They got chucked up to OU, and now they're getting all walked up. But the reason all these are inside some weird spots, and there's so many of them being all changed up. Like I said, Isle of Armor came out with all these new Pokemon, and Showdown just immediately shoved them all inside of OU to test them and see where they were, and then put them inside their respective tiers. So we got a lot to talk about, so I'm going to speedrun this. So Gengar, Alolan Ninetales, and Primarina all dropped to UUBL. That doesn't mean they can be used inside of UU. That just means they're like on the watch. Like people are going to be, thinking about using these mons inside of lower tiers. Now, personally, I think some of these mons are a little too strong. We already saw Primarina inside of UU. That thing's a little crazy. Alolan Ninetales, I actually think fits inside of UU because I don't think Aurora Veil is that strong by itself. Well, I don't think Alolan Ninetales is that strong by itself. Aurora Veil is already strong, but I'm pretty sure the only other Aurora Veil setter was like Obama Snow and Vanillix. So it'd be cool to get another one down inside of a lower tier. And then Gengar. The OU legend is chilling down here. So you guys are going to be very surprised by the OU to UU. But yeah, that just almost made my head explode looking at this. But we can talk about that later. Yeah, Gengar, I think it'll probably stay inside of OU or maybe UUBL. But I could see Primarina getting dropped back down. Maybe. But probably Alolan Ninetales. Now, onto the UU. Oh my god. Okay, so the first one is Aegislash, which, as you saw by the thumbnail, which I actually made before this video, which I don't usually do, Aegislash is in UU. Now, I just want you guys to keep in mind that this mon was, like, banned inside of Generation 7 and Generation 6 into Ubers, so that doesn't really mean it's broken inside of this game because it was kind of nerfed inside of its signature move, being King Shield. Instead of dropping attack ×2, drops it ×1. Still pretty strong, though. But, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I'm going to be seeing this thing so much. This can't be healthy. I think it's going to get put back inside of OU. It's still a good mod inside of OU. Like, it's still really strong, but I guess I don't know. If it's a UU mod, that is insane. And I will definitely be using it. Then we got Blissey. Blissey's kind of just, like, worse Chansey, so I guess it's inside of a lower tier. It has, like, the things Chansey, well, it has the things that Chansey doesn't have. Or no, it has, yeah, no. This thing is worse Chansey. It has horrible defense, which, the only reason you can use Chansey instead of OU is due to Evilite, which raises defense and special defense if you're an unevolved Pokemon. Because Chansey has very high, HP, but low everything else. So, yeah, probably not going to be seeing this too much, but maybe on some weird stealth teams. Next, Klutzer. Now, Klutzer is the legend. I love this thing. Mega Launcher is such a cool ability, and I will be using this thing quite a bit, even though I already did a Showdown All-Stars on Mr. Krabs, the Klutzer. I'll probably do another one since it has access to Terrain Pulse now, and other things. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Then we got Cloyster. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this. Cloyster is the kind of the noob killer. Whenever I go against this thing, I most of the time just lose because I either do not have the right Pokemon out to counter this, or well, I'm just like getting lucked out. Like they flinch me a bunch, or I'm paralyzed, and then they, just set up 2 Shell Smashes and sweep my entire team. So that's kind of crazy. But one thing I don't understand is the next Pokemon, um, Comfey, or Comfey. I don't know why Comfey is chilling up here. It has a pretty cool ability, making it so healing, draining moves like Giga Drain or Draining Kiss have priority, regardless of your HP. So it's not like Gale Wings with Talonflame, which is inside this tier as well. But I don't think it's that good, so it'll probably get dropped down to a lower tier. But who knows? Moving on, we got Conkeldurr, Crazy Mon. I'll probably be using it down here, but yeah, I guess it just got outshadowed, well, overshadowed by other Mons. Druddigon, it's just a good rock setter, and has rough skin, and you can do Rocky Helmet, do a defensive build, do a lead build with Glare and Roar or all that. So that's cool. Dragalge, I think this thing is going to be dropping down to RU very soon. It is not that good, but I will be testing it in UU since it's one of my favorites. Exploud has access to a bunch of attacks. It makes sense. Now, we're going to be here for a while if I go this slow, so I'm going to speedrun the rest of this. Grimmsnarl, I do not think it has that much offensive presence, but screens are good inside of lower tiers. Hatterene, that's a crazy mon under Trick Room, so that's cool to see inside of a different tier. But who knows how good it'll be. Heracross, it's basically like Conkeldurr, but a bug type, and no priority. If they bring Megas back, which I hope they do, I really hope they do, they were like an integral part of the game, I think he'll be better, but just base Heracross, he'll probably drop down to a lower tier, but he's still strong. Jirachi, that's actually kind of scary. Flinching me to death is horrifying. Klefki is just a prankster mon. I don't really know too much about it besides Thunderwave and Spikes. Crocodile. Now, Crocodile is very good inside of OU at the moment because you can deal with Rapid Strike, Single Strike, or Shifu because it has Anger Point. So if you get crit, which its signature move guaranteed does, it raises your attack drastically, so you can do a Scarf Set or something like that. But other than that, I don't think it's that good. I just saw a lot of people using it as a meme set, as like a counter for Urshifu, so who knows. Kyurem's not that good. I think it belongs down here. Lycanroc, Dusk, and Dawn. I think Dusk... No. What is it? Lycanroc, Dusk, and Lycanroc... No, Midday and Midnight form, and then the Dusk form. Yeah. I'm just going to call it the ones that are good. The Midnight form or the furry one is bad. But these two have Accelerock. So, yeah, I think the orange one is going to stay here since it has Tough Claws. Yeah, this will probably just get dropped down. I don't think it's going to be that good. I remember it being PU inside the other gen, so, Minshao, I know nothing about it. It has a generator as a fighting type, so that's fun. Mimikyu, I honestly think Mimikyu is overrated. Just because it can set up a Sword Stance does not mean it's good. It's really kind of frail, and I think it's only good for Trick Room, personally. I haven't used a offensive Mimikyu in a long time. It's kind of just like the noob set, or the noob mon. Sandygast, no, Palossand, sorry. I think this thing is really strong. I think this thing is really cool. Having access to Scalding Sand, or Burning Sand Rush, or whatever, Scald, but a special ground type, is extremely strong, and I'm looking forward to using that. So it's like a Powdon, but it blocks Spin, so, that's epic. Poliwrath, nah. I don't know why people are saying this thing's good. I haven't seen anyone use it a single time, but whatever. I'm waiting for Poliwrath's revenge. Polyrath's. Porygon Z, it doesn't have a Z move for Z conversion, and I don't know what else it does besides just use like download or something. So yeah, it could be good. Scolipede. It has, Swords Dance now, along with Speed Boost, so, you know, it's just gonna be doing its normal thing. I'm gonna speed through the rest. Actually, I'm gonna cover all of these and, save 2 of them, being, Tyranitar and, Seismitoad. So let's cover all the other ones. Not much here that, really makes me too insane. Like Terrakion getting put down is kind of cool. I think all these mons belong down there. Like Skarmory's, like, I'm pretty sure it was UU inside the other gen. I don't think it's insane to drop mons like this inside of lower tiers. Like, usually I think mons only should be inside of higher tiers if they're strong or if they're insanely tanky. And personally, I think Skarmory is not the easiest to take out, but it does have, of course I have to smack something. I think Skarmory is not the hardest to take out, so, you know, I think it's cool inside of a lower tier. Can set up Spikes, Stealth Rocks, and Whirlwind. And then we got Starmie. It's a cool mon. Got Meteor Beam now. Pretty sure I made a video on it. Wait, oh yeah, I haven't made the video yet. At the moment. Yeah, but now let's move on to the legend Seismitoad. So Seismitoad was an OU mon just because of Dracovish. I think this thing is cool, but yeah, it's kind of expected. He's dropping down. Probably gonna drop down to RU. He's not that strong. He was kind of just there as a water absorb mon that could set up Stealth Rocks, but I used Vaporeon more just because I like it, since I'm that kind of guy. But yeah, it's a cool mon. I think it's better in UU though. And then, oh, T-Tar. The thumbnail, like, the whole reason I made that thumbnail is to just showcase that T-Tar, he went down, guys. Now, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think T-Tar has been OU for every single generation he's been in. Like, there are a few other mons that have been OU throughout their entire existence, but they're like new mons. They've been here, like, from the beginning. Like, they're mons from Gen 8 and all that. Like, you're not gonna, like, I'm pretty sure Hippowdon was OU for the entire existence of Sword and Shield. But this is the first time, I think, that Tyranitar has ever been inside of a tier other than OU. So, it's a sad day, guys. It's a sad day. But don't worry. I have a feeling it'll get chucked back up to OU after everyone uses it. Or maybe it'll stay UU. I don't want to talk about that. Especially with Aegislash. It might have a hard time climbing back up from the depths. Then we got Bouffalant. Oh, moving on to the OU to RU, since these are all just OU things dropping down. OU to RU, we got Bouffalant, Executor. Nah. Like, I'm glad they're in RU, but I'm not going to be using them too much. Then we got Lurantis, which is, oh, I love Lurantis so much. It's like a cool hippie kind of. It has like plaid pants and all that, and it has Contrary, which is one of the coolest abilities. You can run special, you can run physical. I ran Sunny Day once. I don't want to talk about that, but I did on a random team. It's kind of funny. Manectric. Oh yeah, so those mons. But then we have the Rain Setter, which is probably going to be chilling inside of UU and RU to set up the rain, since Pelper has been risen up like the god he is. But yeah, Polytoad. Wait, what did I say? Palpitoad? Polytoad. It's a Poliwhirl's branch evolution when you're holding a King's Rock and you trade. But yeah, this thing has a drizzle ability, and you're going to be able to set down the rain, which is cool. Alolan Sandslash, which is the final mon inside this tier shift, and the only mon that I think can viably run Slush Rush. Like, I don't know any other mon that can run Slush Rush. Well, I know they can, like Bear Tick and all that can run Slush Rush, but I don't think any other mon is good. Maybe Sandslash. Maybe, but being a double weak, or double 4 times weak, being fighting and fire, is kind of a bad defensive type. OU to NU, we got Miltank. Pokemon made a video on it and showcased the support kind of set with it, which is nice. And then OU to PU, the one I kind of give a shit about. We got Dedenne, kind of expected. Dunsparce, never used it, definitely deserves an evolution. Emolga and Executor. I'm gonna be using Emolga. Yeah, I think I'll make a video on Emolga. I really wanna mess around with this thing. It is so cute. Golduck, I actually thought this thing was going to be higher. For the record, guys, I actually made a video talking about where I thought these Pokemon were going to go, and I would never expect that Golduck would be this low, but yeah, wait a minute. Okay, we can talk about that when it comes. Kangaskhan, yeah, that's fine. Licky Tongue or Licky Licky. I Everyone disses on Licky Tongue and Licky Licky, but I think they have a pretty cool design and I like them a lot. I don't know. Just they look like the Pillsbury Doughboy and it's kind of funny to watch their tongues jiggle. That sounds creepy. Lilligant, I think it has Quiver Dance. Or I don't know what it has. I remember having I think it has Pedal Dance. I know it has Pedal Dance, but I don't know if it has Quiver Dance. If it does, that would be cool, because it kind of reminds me of Bellossom. Lopunny, normal Lopunny makes sense. Lycanroc, the emo form and the furry form, well, more furry form, it's chilling down here in PU since it's assholes. Marowak, I think Marowak with Thick Club is going to be too strong for PU personally, but you know, whatever. Pinsir has Moxie, I think, so that's cool. Sandslash, I think this thing is a good rapid spinner and a Stealth Rock user, so might be a good physical wall. And then we got Shuckle. Okay, so the theme of the last video was Shuckle getting chucked up to OU. So I don't know if that was just because people really wanted to use it as a Stealth Rock setter and a Sticky Web setter, but going from OU to PU is kind of funny. Like, sure, he's mixed in with all these Mons that immediately got chucked inside of OU when they came inside the game, but all these other Mons, they're new. None of these are old Mons, except Shuckle, who just got dropped down back to PU. How can your usage suck so bad that you have to go all the way from OU to PU? That means you have to, like, not be used. Why was he used so much? Did someone make a meme video telling everyone to do that? I don't know. Herder or Shirter, the dog, I don't know what he does. Tauros could be good, and then Wigglytuff could be good. Okay, now moving on to the changes that aren't just OU to another tier. So these are the Mons that aren't new. Actually, are any of these new? Nope. Okay. So from UU to RUBL, we got what's the thing fucking called? Barbarical. Jesus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was banned to a UU. No, maybe that was Sun and Moon. I don't remember. I remember watching Joey do a video talking about it, but I think UU is not a good spot for Barbarical. That thing just does not have a good defensive type. Like, sure, it can Shell Smash and go for Stone Edge, but still, you're betting on the hit chance. So yeah, I think RU is where it belongs. UU to RU, we have a couple interesting Mons. So we got Ditto, which makes sense since literally Ditto does not care what tier he is in. It, like, I don't know why this thing is not PU. It doesn't matter. It just adapts to the tier it's being used in. It's still going to be used inside of OU and Ubers, even if it's PU. Like, even if it's like the worst Mon in the game, because it can't attack or something, it's still a viable Pokemon to use. So it doesn't matter if he's going to drop down to UU. It doesn't mean he's bad, because people are still going to use him inside of higher tiers and all that, because he probably has a pretty high usage stat inside those higher tiers. But yep, he gets dropped down to RU, and then Espeon makes sense. Now, Heliolisk is actually kind of cool, because Heliolisk is the exact same spot, or RU is the same spot with Charizard. So having Heliolisk and Charizard inside the same tier is kind of cool, because whenever you have to run Sun, well, whenever I run Sun, I like to use Charizard and Heliolisk along with Torkoal or something like that, but that's if I do UU. So I could do something like Ninetales instead of RU, which would be very cool, because then I'd even take out even weaker Pokemon with my Scarf Charizard. But yeah, then Machamp, very, very cool Mon. Yeah, I think he's going to be good instead of RU. Alright, sorry about that pause. I had to take care of something and grab some water. So, moving on, we have Rabombi. Now, Rabombi is a very good web user, and yeah, just Sash lead with Sweet Veil. It has an ability that makes it so it can't be like Saddest or something, I think, or it doesn't have like the effects of moves, so people can't like, I don't know, hit you with flamethrower and then burn you. So you're always gonna live on 1 HP unless it's a multi-hit. Then we got Xatu. Now Xatu got chucked down to RU. Pretty sure that's where he was to begin with. Then he got chucked to UU. Yeah, so he's a good magic bounce user. So we have 2 magic bounce users, which I think Espeon's gonna be the better one personally, but you know, ground immunity is good. Next, RU to NU. We have Cramorant. Gulp Missile's funny. It's always funny on how Dugtrio just keeps going down if he doesn't have that stupid ability. That just goes to show you he's a bad mon unless he has that jank ability. Decidueye has Spirit Shackle, I guess, and I'm pretty sure it also has access to Poltergeist now, so, you know, whatever. Personally, I actually prefer seeing the drops than the raises, because the raises doesn't really do much, because you could already use those mons inside of the higher tiers. If you want to use Basculin inside of NU, you can already do that. Like, it kind of just makes it so you can't use them inside of a lower tier, which hurts my feelings. But dropping these mons to a, no, wait. I'm talking out of my ass, right? Yeah, I'm talking out of my ass. You can already use these mons inside the lower tier. I don't know, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. Whatever. That was really stupid. I don't know what the hell I was just trying to say. Anyways. Oh yeah, I was trying to say something stupid. Yeah, I prefer seeing the drops inside of this because it makes it so you can use them inside the lower tiers. When the raises, you can still use these mons inside of those tiers. So there you go. That still doesn't make sense. Good guy. Doesn't matter. Anyways, moving on, we have the branch evolution of Gardevoir being Gallade. I think it's still a very mediocre mon, and I've never used it. So I guess I shouldn't really be the judge of if it's mediocre or not, but playing inside of RU, which I've done a little teeny tiny bit of, I've never seen this thing once. So that kind of makes sense why I got dropped down to NU. And I play NU a lot more. So I'll probably be using this thing a little bit since, you know, it might be broken. And it's always fun to use a broken mon, since that's kind of what happened with a few of these mons that had to get chucked up to a higher tier. Alright, moving on, we have Vanillix. Now, Vanillix is a very good Aurora Veil setter, so it's cool to have that instead of a lower tier. And then we got Weezing, which is far worse than its Galarian form. NU to PU, none of these really stand out to me. One thing that kind of trips me out is why was the pre-evolution to Hatterene, Hatenna. Yeah, why was Hatenna chilling inside of NU? That thing is not good enough for NU. What the hell are they doing? Like, come on, pre-evolution? No. I've never seen that thing inside of NU. Yeah, but Boltund scares me. Like, I've seen that thing inside of, like, OU, and it cleaves through me like I'm butter. So I'm very scared about that. Butterfree and Dreadnought, cool. Driftblim, yep. Berserker and PU, that thing's fucking assholes. It deserves to be inside of ZU. That thing is bad and slow as hell. But we do got Rotom Frost, which I think is cool, since there is no Rotom. Wait, no. Is normal Rotom chilling in PU? Nah, I think that's NU. So we have a Rotom that's bad enough to be in PU, so I'm going to be using that. That's a cool mon. And then finally, at the bottom, we have PU to ZU. These mons have dropped down to the lowest of low tiers. Alright, so we got Corsola, yeah. Dusknoir, Dusclops, sorry. Farfetch'd, that's fine. Got the tail, yep. Oh no, Ludicolo. No, why? Why are you so low? You're not that bad. He's actually really strong under rain. Man, they're just putting him inside the lowest of low tiers. How is he gonna set up his rain? Who's gonna go for rain dance for him? He's gonna have to do it himself now. Meltan, the creepy Mr. Mimes, Palpitoad, Pukamuku. Like, I think that makes sense. And then Shiinotic. Shiinotic, really? That thing's annoying as hell in PU, and now you're going to drop it down to the purgatory, the place where you see those real bad mons. But I'm going to keep this video going. So that was all my things. I'm really sorry about that section where I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I don't really know what I was going for. Yeah, because I'm kind of confused on this whole tiering system. But I do know where they're going now. They're going inside of my tiers, inside of higher tiers, or inside... No, they're going inside my teams for higher tiers and lower tiers. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, before we continue the video, comment down below what your guys' craziest, weird, wacky Pokemon is that you're excited about. Like, oh, I'm really excited about using Zoroark inside of UU since it's really fun to use and everyone doesn't know what it does. And then they all scream at me inside the, I don't know, chat box. Like, what did you do? Why does that thing have full health? And then they're all confused and it's funny. But yeah, let's move on to the next section. All right, moving on, we have the lower tiers usage stats for June. Let me put that thing on the higher part so we don't cover up Ubers. So, let's talk about this because I'm going to do this very quickly since it is already a long video. And I do not want this to be over an hour, but who knows, maybe actually it'll... Yeah, it's over an hour. I can almost guarantee that. But I'll try my best. So, starting from right to left, let's go with a Little Cup. So these showcase the usage stats, or at least the amount people use. So like if you go inside of Showdown, roughly, this is the percent chance that you're going to see one of these mons. So inside of Little Cup, we got Volibee, Minfu, Abra, and Onyx above 30%, which I use Onyx inside of Little Cup, which is actually pretty fun. And Abra, I know that thing's strong. Minfu, I'm a little confused about, like maybe a... does it have a generator? Probably. And then Volibee, which is tanky as hell. Pawniard, Ferroseed, Spritzy, Timber, Staryu, and Fungus. Yep. I know what they do. I've done enough Little Cup, which is not much, to know what those guys do. Especially Spritzy. Very funny to Wish Pass and PU. That is hilarious. Little Cup, sorry. Moving on to PU, we have a big drop inside of first place. So first place inside of Little Cup is a 52% usage rate. Good God, no wonder this thing is so annoying. You see it almost everywhere. It's just sitting there with Evilite. Tanky as hell. Anyways, moving on to PU, we only got a 28 for top place, which is Dusknoir. Now, I knew this thing was going to be strong. It has Poltergeist. This has to be dropped, like, risen up to NU. Has to be. It's too strong. Nah, it'll probably stay down here. It has some hard counters. Does it? Yeah, it has hard counters. I believe. Then we got number 2 being Mawile, the legend of Generation 8 PU. It's everywhere. Manectric, which has rising voltage now. Mr. Rhyme, knew it was going to be good. Phalanx, I think this is the perfect place for Phalanx. Like, it's such a cool idea. You can't leave the battle, but it raises all your stats. I wish it rose your stats a little bit differently, because I don't think special attack is the most useful, but you know, whatever. Thievul, very cool. How's Unburdened, Throat Spray. I've got Sweet by it before. Kadabra, it's funny that this thing is used inside of PU so much, since, you know, I was expecting it inside of lower tiers, but as you guys previously saw, this thing got chucked into PU. Crustle, makes sense. Thwacky, and Aphemon gets chucked up all the way to PU. Whoop whoop. And then Trevenant. I'm pretty sure this thing's just a Harvest Mon. Then we got NU. Don't play it as much as PU and OU, but I'm going to talk about NU as much as I can. Scyther, knew it was going to be strong, and what's funny, Scyther is also 9th place inside of RU, so it seems to be good. So 41 usage is absolutely insane, compared to the 17 usage of number 2 being Sandaconda. So I'm just going to talk about Scyther. I already talked plenty about Scyther, but it's still a great Mon, and I can understand why people are using it so much. And then, of course, Abomasnow, chewing all the way down there with his Aurora Veiling. And then, of course, Paloswine, because he's a good, powerful Mon, which doesn't look very powerful, but he is. Now on to RU. Makes sense why this legend is chilling so strongly inside of RU, even though I'm pretty sure he has higher usage inside of OU at the moment. Yep, then you got all the normal ones inside of RU. Rillaboom, Charizard, Vaporeon, you got the 3 types. Steelix, Salazzle, Vileplume, you got a Tanker, and then you got a Staller, being Salazzle, the Toxic Protector, my favorite. Snorlax, Indeedee female, Scyther, of course, and then Alolan Raichu. So Alolan Raichu is also given access to Rising Voltage, so you can pair that up with Pincurkin, which is pretty nice. And since that thing got chucked up to NU, or did it get chucked up to RU? One of the two, I don't remember. But yeah, that's a strong mon. UU Incineroar still reigning supreme. It's a crazy mon to use in UU. Noivern, I see it all the time. Actually, I see these mons all the time inside those tiers. Yep, Sylveon, Rillaboom, Cobalion, Keldeo. It's funny that it got dropped down to UU, but it seems to be making a nice spot for itself. Also, I got some water, so yeah, that's what I'm chugging on. Rotom Wash, Necrozma, and Rhyperior are some pretty cool mons. And then Roserade. And then Ubers, which I have no connection to. The only thing that's kind of funny is Cinderace, which has a pretty high usage rate. So I'm kind of sad that Melmetal is being used so much instead of Ubers, because I really want it back instead of OU, since I like that mon a lot. I know it's strong. I still want to use it, though. But I'm also glad that Dracovish is actually making a name for itself instead of Ubers, because I don't want that thing back inside of OU. I don't. That thing was ruining my day. But yeah, there we go. Oh, also, I should probably bring up Ditto. Like I was saying, this thing is probably going to get dropped down to PU, but people still use it inside of Ubers. That's how it works. So Ditto, he's kind of just flying all over the place. Like, it doesn't really matter where he gets chucked. I prefer if he gets chucked inside of lower tiers, since it's kind of funny to, I don't know, you're playing like PU or something, and you got like a Pawniard who's, I don't know, very high attack or something, and then you got a Ditto. Even though, wait, no, Ditto couldn't go inside of Lillicup. Forget you heard that. Let's say PU in this case. Mawile. There we go. Okay, let's move on to the final thing, which is the OU usage stats, which, if you guys were paying attention, is not here. So we got Lillicup, PU, NU, RU, UU, and then Ubers. We're missing something between UU and Ubers. So let's go to RU, OU, and take a look at the mons that are good in that tier. All right, we're here. Usage stats for June. Well, actually, it's like July, isn't it? The other one said July. I already have a June video, but it was like at the beginning of June, so I'm going to say this is the July one, since we're not going to see anyone until the end of July, so that's what I'm going to say. Alright, so we got Magearna here at number 1. Good God. This thing's turning into Clefable. I knew when this thing was added it was going to be good, but Jesus Christ, look at this. Look at those lopsided stats. That is horrifying. But Magearna is just insane. Specs is very strong. You can run Scarf, you can run Shift Gear, you can run Calm Mind. Like, that fucking Calm Mind, Shift Gear, Iron Defense, Stored Power is, like, memey as hell. Actually, never mind. People usually don't run 3 attacks. They usually run something like a Fleur Cannon along with it to deal with Dark types, but it's still hilarious to get sweeped by a Magearna with Shift Gear. Stored Power, that's hilarious. Yeah, but it's a great mon, and I definitely understand why it's at top. Like, at the top is exactly where it was inside of Gen 7, right next to Lando. Okay, on to number 2, we have Urshifu Single Strike style, which, of course, is the better one. Multi-Strike is a water fighting type, which is, I guess, not as good as Fighting Dark. And this also hits 1 time instead of 2 times, so I mean 3 times, so I'm not sure. People want the power. The power! But yeah, it's a strong mon. I haven't used it yet. I've went against it a couple times, and it's not, like, horrifying to go against, so, like, I think it's, like, really strong and the most, like, powerful mon I've seen inside of OU in a while, since it doesn't even need a setup and it can still sweep you. Might go up to Ubers, but I don't know. If it does, then it can have its fun up there. But if not, I think it's, strong enough. I'm not too worried about it. It's not like Dracovish one-shotting me all the time. It does have counters, like Galarian Weezing. Mandibuzz. Now, Mandibuzz is a very, like, just good mon. It is, it has overtaken the legend himself, Corviknight, which has been scared out by the, Volcaronas and the Magnezones and the Cinderaces. Everything is just freaking out that poor metallic bird, which I'm very glad, because I hate that thing with a burning passion. And I much prefer Mandibuzz, since it's weak to fairy types, and fairy types are very prevalent inside of OU, so I'm happy. I like mons that can be countered, not mons that can just stay there. That's why Steel type has like I like the type, but most of the mons are really chunky, really tanky. It's a very good resistance type. But Mana Buzz, you can run like pretty much one set with it. Overcoat, heavy duty boots, roost, defog, U-turn, foul play, or knockoff, depending what you're feeling. If you really want to be wacky and crazy and creative, you can run a Spadef set, but most people just do Fizdef, and it is very tanky. Okay, moving on, we got Cinderace and Dragapult. Both mons are very fast. They all have their different niches. Cinderace has went up and Dragapult has went down. Cinderace, it makes sense why it's here. Like, come on, it's Greninja. It's Greninja, but a fire type. It's Libero. It's good. It's really good. There's, like, no reason not to use Cinderace at least once just to try it out, because it might be a good mon for your playstyle, which it is for mine. I love Cinderace, and I slap it on my OU teams almost all the time. You can run heavy-duty boots. You can run Banded. You can run Scarf if you're that kind of guy for U-turning like a weirdo. You can do Bulk Up. You can do Sub. I've never seen Sub, but you could. Yeah, it's a strong mon. And it has Libero, so it switches its typing whenever move it uses. Then we got Dragapult, which has actually kind of changed a little bit. You don't see specs like at all anymore. It's either Scarfed or Physical or Hex. Hex is still used quite a bit. Spell tag Hex with Will-O-Wisp and all that. But yeah, Physical is becoming a lot more prominent, which I am so glad that I'm finally seeing. I really wish the thing got Poltergeist. Why did they not give it Poltergeist? It would be so much better as a physical mon if it had some Ghost Stab. It doesn't even have Dragon Claw. I mean Shadow Claw. It has Phantom Force. And I don't want to run Power Herb on it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Still a missed opportunity though. Physical Ghost type move. Slap it on this dude. Just do it. But it's still a very strong mon and one of the fastest in the tier. And as you can see, a certain mon is not inside the highest of places right now, being the fastest boy. But let's talk about her. The menace, the person who's at like 65% usage, Clefable. Yes, the queen has dropped because thick booty lady, being Magearna, with her pencil legs, has taken over. Clefable is not as good anymore. Stay with me, guys. Clefable's not good anymore. Well, she's good, but not as metagame defining. I don't think she's the best mon in the game at all anymore, and I'm very glad they added these mons because it just made that whole wish passing, very tanky, kind of like balanced team. Like, Clefable balance was literally the only thing I saw inside of fucking OU, and that's why I only played lower tiers. But now I'm having a little bit more fun playing OU, even though I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade right now and I've kind of lost track of time for Showdown. But yeah, Clefable's down, and people are running more support sets instead of the Wish Pass sets, which is good. Excadrill, it's a good mon, and I'm very glad that it's doing its thing at 7th place. Now, under 20 is kind of low, I think. I see this thing a lot more than I think. Under 20. But, you know, whatever Showdown wants to say, it has went down instead of usage. I'm pretty sure it was like number 5 or something, but now it's number 7. So, yeah. But what's funny is the Rillaboom is like right there. Like, he is like a couple percent off, like a little teeny tiny percent. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Rillaboom is going to overtake Excadrill, which is pretty crazy since Excadrill has been OU for the entire gen, and Rillaboom was RU. That just goes to show you on how strong having a priority move is and having a good ability will do. Now, everyone just wanted to play around with this dude, so I'm pretty sure he'll drop down to UU, but, you know, judging by how strong he is and how much people are using him, and he has a lot of good things. And since we don't have, like, any grass attackers in OU, like, look down here on the top 30, can you see anyone besides Banded Ferrothorn, which is not something people use? I guess you could say, like, Amoonguss or Tangrowth, but those mons are just there to, like, fucking regenerate. There's nothing else. So, Rillaboom is like the premier grass attacker. Moving on to premier attackers for a certain type. We got Special Volcarona, and now this thing is a menace. Heavy Duty Boots has made this thing so much better. It's not as destructive as some people thought. People thought this was going to be like insane, everyone was going to use it, but no. You still see it a lot, but that's just because people heard that Heavy Duty Boots came out, and this mon's inside the same gen as Heavy Duty Boots, so now everyone wants to use it. It's still very strong, and hitting a Quiver Dance can still get you high amounts of damage. But yeah, like I don't know why this thing's not a pseudo legendary, since it is so strong. And then Toxapex, which I haven't seen a Toxapex since I've played OU. I honestly can say that. Like I've played a couple of games of national decks and I've seen it there, but actual OU, I know I'm low ladder as fuck, but low ladder is a lot different than low ladder inside of Gen 7. Low ladder inside of Gen 7, you're seeing people use like these really weird mons like Mega Aggron and all that kind of stuff. Now you see people using like Hydreigon, Toxapex, Clefable, like Dragapult, all the OU mons, like all those balance teams that you saw, it was just copy pasted. You saw Zeraoras everywhere and they were annoying as fuck. But Toxapex is a lot less now. It did rise, but you know, it's still a Toxapex. Still one of the best in the game. Now I'm not really going to cover too many of these mons since well, I don't really want the the video to go too much longer, but I'll talk about a few of them. Azumarill, I'm very glad it came into the game because that is one of the best wall breakers ever. Slowbro, I think, is one of the best. Like, I think that's going to get chucked up at least inside of top 10. That is a freakishly strong mon. Well, strong inside of defensive. Having Regenerator and Teleport along with having Ice Beam and Scald is crazy, and it's also really physically defensive. We got Urshifu Water. Let's not talk about Urshifu Water since he's kind of just going to sit down there unless his big brother leaves OU, and then everyone will probably be using this thing since I think it's still good. Like, being 22nd is still pretty good. Oh boy. Okay, I only have one more to talk about. Actually, two more to talk about. We got Zeraora. Oh, Zeraora, you were the bane of my existence. I saw you on almost every single team. It was like top 3 or something. It was like Dragapult, Clefable. No, it was like Clefable, Corviknight, Zeraora, and Dragapult. It was like those mons, and those were like 90% of the teams you saw on OU. This thing is the fastest mon in the game, and it is horrendous to fight. It is crazy. It doesn't have the best attack, but, you know, instead of Gen 7, this thing was UU. I don't think it'll be UU. Maybe. If it is, that's fine. But still. This mon was crazy on balanced teams since it could get in there, knock off, bulk up. It had special sets by the end, but now the mon I'm not going to say is irrelevant, but he's not as strong. And then finally, we have the 33rd spot, since I don't want to talk about all these, being Scizor. Now, Scizor is a legend. I only see this thing on like one kind of team at the moment, since it's not like one of those splashable mons, like Alolan Marowak, which I could talk about, but I think you guys already know the strength of Alolan Marowak. Just thick club it up, baby. Whoop, whoop. But anyways. Yeah. Scizor is freakishly strong on rain teams. Now, the reason of that is because this thing only has one weakness, being fire, and on a rain team, it cuts the power of fire-type moves in half. So that's why you see Ferrothorns and Scizors on rain teams. But this mon, like its pre-evolution, has access to Dual Wing Beat, which is very good to have alongside it. It's a good choice band mon. Pretty sure it has SD Life Orb. It's strong. It's strong. It's not like it's Mega Evolution, but it's still a really good mon. So, yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this metagame usage stats and tier changes and all that. I don't know what I'll name this video, but I got the thumbnail right. This was kind of just another one of those full talking videos, so if you guys like these, be sure to tell me below, and I will try to make more of them. But my voice absolutely dies if I do this more for more than like 10 minutes or something, because usually inside of my OU lives, I'm talking, and then I take a break. I clear my throat, and then I continue talking. But I haven't really stopped talking for the past like 50 minutes, and my throat is not doing the best, since I'm not used to talking this much. But YouTube has helped me with that, so I'm glad. But comment down below what you guys think is your craziest reaction of this. Like, what do you guys think of these usage stats, like the tier raises, the metagame defining Pokemon that have come into the game? Like, you think Dragapult's really good now? Because, I don't know, it counters What does Dragapult counter? Something? Like Alakazam? Yeah, Dragapult is really good now because it counters Alakazam. Because Alakazam is metagame defining, you could say. But who knows? Alright, but that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. With that being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the balance changes, using them mons instead of lower tiers and higher tiers, and thank you for watching.